Live on YouTube, live on Facebook. Hey, everybody's good. Oh, what a week. What a week. Yep, here we go. We're up and at 'em. Okay, so I'm going to, as usual, pause for a moment, have some coffee, and say hi. I'm trying to get the best angles here. I'm trying to, here. Actually, let me do this. Let me put this over here. Whoa, what was that? Okay, well, put it inside the house. Get everybody home, everything going on here. Busy house at 10 o'clock at night. Hi, Deb. Okay. Wow, hold on. Oh my goodness. Gail, hi. Michael, all right. No one's on YouTube. That's hysterical. Okay. Nope. One person's on YouTube. I don't know who you are, but hi. Okay. Is it pouring where you are, Erin? It's not pouring, but it's supposed to be what do they say? All weekend long. Hey, Gianna. Oh wow. Yeah, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool tomorrow. All right. So this week has been a continuation of what we've been seeing. I can't sit there and tell you it's been very different. Full moon was lovely. It was barely visible. We had a cloud cover that night, but energetic. Hey Roy, could you let the bird out, please? Thank you. You'll just sit there and scream. What else? Help me. What we're dealing with right now, and again, Aquarius in the shop, Aquarius coming in for readings, some Sagittarius, a lot of Geminis. That's not weird, it's their season. I see a lot of Geminis around their birth month, of course, but a lot more than just birthday readings. Yeah. Orlando. It froze, so that's fun. Okay. Not telling me anything about freezing. Is anybody out there in YouTube land? Well, you know what? If it doesn't freeze on this end, then I can just post it up. It makes life a lot easier. Yes, Aquarius, same thing we talked about last week. Gemini, some Sag. Hey, Laura. What are we dealing with? We are dealing with June 5th. Mark the date. Circle it in black. It's going to be it's not a great energy day. And hey, Sandy, we have, give me a second, I'm trying to remember we have any day now, son. He didn't let the bird out. Give me a second, I got the bird out. He'll just scream the whole time we're doing this. Okay, here we go. We're gonna try again. Hello, graceful. Hello. Hey, Michael, please. Come on, Orlando, please don't do that. Come on. Come on. Hey, Karen. There we go. Someone's on YouTube. All right. Hey, Karen. Come on, Orlando, come out. Don't sit there and scream, please. Come on. Come on, bud. Come on. He's all worked up. We had someone new in the house. Where his girlfriend was here. So it's just all aflutter. Orlando, come on, buddy. No, he's got things to do. All right. Okay. Now we have June 5th. Mars and Pluto, opposition. Energy coming up for the next 2 months. Going off of some of this, also Uranus and Mars Pluto opposition. We have on the 5th of June. That's that day. It's going to be not a happy thing. A lot of anger, a lot of oh, come on, buddy, don't do that, please. You know, they like children because he knows I won't go off on him because I'm on camera and it's being filmed. You feeling safe, buddy? Okay. Anyway, like when you're on the phone and the kids won't, will be awful because they know you're not going to flip out when you're talking to somebody. And you hang up the phone and they run. Good times. So, anyway, the fifth. And I just posted this on Facebook. There's some really good articles on the topic. Also, comments on the post that I did for the Friday Night Live. There's some excerpts from Elsa on this energy. I'm going to get really upset in like 1 second. It's been a long day. Hey, Orlando, come here. Come here. Come on. Come on, bud. Yes. Come on. Come on. Look him out. Come on. Come on. All right. I can't. Uranus and Pluto squaring. Uranus, Pluto square. Mars, Pluto. Shit, now I can't even think. Anyway, basically, the energy is people being held accountable, and we know people do not like to be held accountable. Hey, Janice, how are you? I'm going to flip out. I'm going to throw something at the bird right now. That's how annoyed I am. There's nothing to throw. Wisely, people don't keep projectiles around me ever. Ever. You'll notice that. Things I can throw. He's having a week. I'm sorry, Stacy, because it is. It's the Aquarius continue coming in. No, I was on YouTube. I'm there. But thank you for being here, Nicoletta. So people are being held accountable, right? We're seeing that, and I say from the very top down, we're seeing it in the Gates divorce. We're seeing all this information forthcoming, and no one likes to be held accountable. No one likes to be held under a microscope. I'm going to throw something with a bird. Orlando, come here. Come here. If I get up again, I'm going to get angry. Please come here. Get out of your cage and come here. He's literally screaming with the door open. Door's wide open. He can come out. Come on, bud. It's not brain surgery. Okay, so we be held accountable. Nobody likes to be shown the error of their ways. No one particularly, let's say Bill Gates, where it's international news, how many times you were on Pedo Island, that your wife was actually filed for divorce 2 years before any of this became public. She was talking to divorce lawyers, all of that good stuff. Yeah, he's a lot of fun, Stacey. I'm having a good time with him right now. He was on a modified hunger strike for 2 days, and I just ordered all this stuff that he loves off of Chewy, and that came in late yesterday, so he was eating like a pig. Could you come out, please? And I got him all this food that you have to cook for him and stuff, which is delightful, really. It's really frustrating. The bird is killing me. That's who the bird is killing. The bird is killing me. Me. I'm dying. Come here. He's like standing in front of the bars of his cage, like he can't get out, even though if he went like 1 foot this way, the whole door is wide open. Wide open. Orlando. Yeah. Hey, Susan. Okay. How are you guys? Mm-hmm. I'm going to get up again. Excuse me. Because now I'm going to kill you. You motherfucker. Hey. I'm not joking. Knock it off. Just stop the noise. Stop it now. Here. Eat. Okay? Eat. Quietly. Okay, that was fun. That was fun. Anyway. Isn't that nice? Oh, man. Yeah, right? That's true. No one likes the word accountable. That's true. still out. He's not even eating. He's just sort of, he has this purple, a day since he was little, since I've had him, this purple triangle. It's just like literally it's a purple triangle. And he flings it around his cage. It used to talk, it no longer makes noise. And he just sits there and throws it. And it hits the bars of the cage, makes all kinds of noise, and that's how you know he's upset. Because he's banging the crap out of his purple triangle. Anyway. Hi, it's Anna Maria. Hi. Okay, so that's the energy we're working with. We're working with people who are angry, who maybe aren't getting their way, who and who are being shown. Is Puffy flipping out too? That's great. Deb's got a cockatiel. Yeah. You know something? Thanks. I do have my slippers on too. I could have thrown a slipper at him. Anyway, I think it's the weather. I think it's the barometric pressure, frankly. Usually you can tell a storm is coming in because the birds do start freaking out. But, oh, hi. Oh, it's Miss J. Hi. What are you guys seeing at home? What are you seeing in the workplace? Because it's not good in terms of the readings. And I will tell you, domestic violence, really some nasty stuff going on. So is anyone seeing that kind of behavior? I hope not personally, but anybody who works in social services, anyone who, Kathy, I just did spray with a water bottle. He likes that. What? My God. What was that all about? Well, it sucks. I'll do it. Anger. Yeah. I'm so sorry, Christine. Yeah. I wrote to somebody that I wanted to fire myself today. About 5 o'clock, I locked the door to the shine on it and went upstairs for a little while. Good. Yeah, I mean, listen, just like with the readings, I wouldn't expect for everyone to be angry or everyone to be miserable or everyone to be dealing with domestic violence issues. But I mean, in general, what you're seeing in the bigger picture, those of you who are, out there in your companies working, yeah, oh yeah. Well, that's what's triggering a lot of this. When I say domestic violence, I mean it's sociopathic stuff. It's really ugly, you know. Okay, yeah, Rachel. Okay. Naturally, in this kind of energy, you're looking at addiction issues, and I'm also hearing about severe mental illness. Is any kind of bipolar? It's been rough on families. Okay. Hey, Barbara. So that's what's going on. It's more of the same. People not meeting their commitments. But they're being shown out. They're being held up as examples. They're being a lot of people being fired. There's a lot of that. Oh no. Hey Anne. Okay. We'll talk about that soon. Why was it canceled? I'm trying to think what I mean in terms of the readings, they were just exhausting. Hey Rachel. Hey Pam. The abuse in general, yeah. I heard that on more than a few flights, there have been passengers freaking out, like at 30,000 feet, and trying to open the emergency doors, and the flight attendants trying to tackle them and deal with that. Kind of crazy. That's the kind of nuts we're seeing. Hey, stop with the coffee because you don't need caffeine. Teresa will get on here and start yelling at me. Teresa's our resident pet psychic, who says you should go to bed earlier and not drink coffee. Yeah, that's what she says. No coffee, earlier bedtime. You're way past your bedtime. Yeah. What else? I'm looking at comments. Okay, look, I'm just rambling on here. If you read the comments on the post I did for this video, and if you read the article I just posted from Elsa.com, it's you'll see. But again, June 5th, if you can stay home, stay home. Don't make any fancy plans. Okay, Stacy, you called out bad behavior. Good for you. And I talked about that last week. People are going to try to take advantage. This is if you're going to buy a car, make sure you bring somebody with you that knows. If you don't know how to negotiate a contract, bring somebody with you. Don't go. And Mercury is going retrograde tomorrow, so we have more of that. Double check everything. Retrograde just means review. So you're going to go over everything twice before you sign, or before you buy, or before you move forward on something. Make sure all retrograde means. Anything here. Good, Nicoletta. Yeah. Hey, Kathleen. And I will say one other thing is infidelities. Another thing that if anyone who's sneaking around, no judgment. Make sure you cover your tracks well, because this is when things get exposed. So anything that is the word cheat could be used. Be careful. Boy, some of my readings were really rough around in the corporate sector. People being held accountable for things that really weren't their fault, but this is how it's going down. So make sure you're not the one holding the bag, even at work. Make sure that before you complain about something, before you bring it to the attention of the supervisors, make sure there's no way it can bounce back on you. Okay? There's that too. Magically, a lot of bindings went on this week. I like to use a figural candle. I sell a lot of human candles, little people, men and women, different colors. White is great for neutral work, especially if someone that you want no harm to come to them. Hey, Aggie, how are ya? So you start with a candle, a figural candle. You want them to stop talking, duct tape across the mouth. You scribe a candle by writing the person's full name across the body, the legs, whatever, the torso. Write the name, brush off the wax, write your name over that, again, 3 times. Your full name, first, middle, last. Over their first, middle, last. It looks a mess, don't matter. You're scribing it, and the message is, I'm in charge here. Okay? Talk to the candle. The candle is serving as a poppet. There's great wax poppets, but candle works fine, right? And tell them why you're doing this. Tell them what they've done wrong. Tell them what your expectations are. When you're done, you can oil it. Depending on how I was feeling, I would roll it in graveyard dirt, depending on how angry I was or what I was trying to do. But basically, if you're trying to hold them harmless, duct tape, bind them up with cord and knot it up good, and then in the freezer. If it's someone that stop drinking the coffee for fuck's sake. Bird and coffee all over the place on top of that. So I want that on my tarot cards. About 3 minutes. Yeah. Hi, Kat, how are ya? I need to do a class. Now, Rita, there is one thing. I also, hold on. Well, Aaron, okay, and in the article, in the post I did from Elsa, it says Aries sharpening up their knives. Aries, this energy is you this is not back down energy for an Aries. Scorpio also going to be on the warpath. Don't expect for them. If you're gonna go at one of them, they're gonna come right at you. Pluto energy, no way in hell. You go Pluto and Mars, they're not. Uranus, and they're no. Aries is like, fuck that. It's on. Game on. This is their time. So good for you, Aaron. I'm not saying anyone should be abused, that's for sure. So two things, and that reminds me of something else I was talking about earlier today. Now I'm rolling. There's a difference between binding somebody. I personally don't like to bind myself. If I don't want you around me, I don't want you living in my freezer. Binding is good for someone in the family. Let's say it's your sister who's behaving very badly, or in one case it was um, a son-in-law. Okay, that just don't want to hurt them. You're not. They're part of the family. But when they're there, they need to be neutralized. The best word for it. So freezing neutralizes. A lot of you know the very simple spell where you write someone's name out, put it in ice water, and you freeze it. It's one way. Okay. I like working with poppets because it just personalizes, personifies. Um, and you can talk to the poppet again, scribing it, duct tape, binding it, freezer. Piss me off, you can get rolled in graveyard dirt and buried in a graveyard. That's where you're going to go with me. I know. Classes are coming. Everyone's asking. I know masks are dropped. There's one or two people in the store. I'm being lenient, but yes, I got a haircut. Thank you. Anyway, I gotta stop doing that because I comment, I look at it, and I forget everything I'm saying. While we're waiting for this variant to come from India, we know there's another variant coming in, and how it affects us, I think we still need to be cautious. I don't want people crammed in my back room. Back in Monroe, I had the whole basement. I could have spaced this out 6 feet, no problem. I can't do that in It's we've got one big table and we're sitting side by side. So okay. So we're gonna go to the end of June. I would have loved to have done something for midsummer ritual outside. I've been talking about that. We're gonna wait a little bit longer and be safe. I would be horrified to host a huge event. I know these are gonna be big events. They're gonna be free, open to the public. Everyone show up, big bonfire, huge space, acres of land, and it becomes a super spreader event. I mean, wouldn't that suck? I mean, that's the last thing I want attached to me or the shop. So yeah, we're gonna wait. So a little bit longer, and then yes, back to classes, all the stuff I talked about, the YouTube show, all of that coming up. Okay. Mirrors. I love working with mirrors. They are my favorite thing. You can use a mirror box, and if you go on YouTube, there's lots to show you how to do it. I know there's lots of misinformation online. There's also good information online. And for a mirror box, you can go on YouTube. Basically, literally, you're literally going to Michael's, getting those squares, and getting a box, and you're building something where you close the lid, and someone is just literally facing themselves at every angle. I like working with basically compacts. There's a mirror on both sides. You close them into the mirror. I sell them as kits. Gotta make some more kits. Oil them with reversible oil. You bind it again with a black cord, tie it in. It's amazing. I see Penny, and you would know Penny. Amazing magician there. I follow you and see your stuff. I get verklempt here. You should have been to the day that Rosemary Guiley and Judica Isles walked in the shop. Nothing, okay, but they came in, and I just was like a schoolgirl meeting. I mean, Rosemary, I knew on a first name basis, which was huge. What a loss her passing has been. So that was just like woo woo. I think she wrote like 60 books, but Judica, I mean, you must have some of Judica's books, guys. The 5,000 Spells book, I mean, the books they're like this. They're like this thick, and they're just the most amazing books and the most amazing person. So, whew, yes, outdoors. I'm looking here. You weren't here for this. I have space to do ritual outside. Very dear friend has volunteered the use of their property, and it's acres going into even more acres of conservation conservation, like forest land, space for a bonfire. Wonderful. We want to do full moon rituals. And, again, they'll be in the newsletter, open to the public. All of that, we're just going to wait a little bit longer. I know they're saying that the vaccine, not all of us are vaccinated. Sorry, don't trust that either. But many of you are. And they're saying that it should be good against the variant, this newest strain. I don't believe anything. So I'm not a pessimistic person, but I'm not believing everything that I'm hearing. And people that I know who are vaccinated are even saying, not so sure. Hey, there you go. Absolutely. Barbara, just like that. Yep. So the mirrors hold people accountable. The binding and freezing renders them harmless, neutralizes that gossip, that people like to make trouble in the family, or people that maybe it might be your own kid. It could be your own grown child, and you don't want any harm to come to the child, but you want them to behave themselves. And I mean a grown child who maybe is making trouble between your new husband, let's say, that kind of situation. And they need to stop that. Sometimes you got to protect a kid against themselves. Maybe you got, oh yes, yeah, the 5,000 Spells books. That's a great book. Okay, I'm doing it again. I'm reading comments and losing track of what I'm saying. So that's one thing, okay? Binding, mirrors reveal. Mirrors, so if you've got someone who's blaming you, someone who's trying to push everything off on you, now it gets shown on them. So they get revealed. And I've seen it, it works really well. You can, Penny's right. You can just take 2 mirrors, like those craft mirrors from Michael's, put them together, and again, just bind them, but the mirrors face inward. So it's like literally wherever that person looks, they're looking at themselves. They're pointing, it points back. And the good thing about mirrors, what I love about mirrors, say you were wrong about the person. Let's say you were wrong, and this person really didn't do any of those things that you think they did. Their intentions were genuinely good. Guess what? That gets revealed too. And the nice mirrors, there's no karmic tie to a mirror, because basically you put them in the mirror. They're doing it themselves. If there's something to be exposed, well then, there you go. So I had a conversation with someone earlier today, and I respect her both magically and as a therapist, believe it or not. And we were talking about the issue of anger and forgiveness and hatred. Okay? And frankly, you're under no obligation to forgive someone, especially someone who isn't sorry, has not said they're sorry. Now I know people say the popular thing is, we're gonna go to the higher place, be the better person. I forgive them. It's me. I'm letting myself, Yeah, I gotta tell you, I that's not so much for me. I'm a people person. I genuinely like people. You can count on one hand the people who have deeply wronged me, but they deeply wronged me and deeply betrayed me. And no, they're not getting forgiven. They've done nothing to make amends, and they don't deserve my forgiveness. They need to never step foot around me ever again. They need to never speak my name or breathe my air. That's how that goes. Anger, the popular white light, worker, is that anger is somehow to be not negotiated with. We don't want to feel anger. Everything's positive. Only work with the light. Only work with the good, for the highest good. That sounds super nice. But you come at me after your kid's been bullied or cyberbullied or maybe assaulted, or maybe you yourself had a pedophile in the family. I'm not even going to go into details about that. You know what I'm talking about. You don't feel better about yourself saying I'm okay with it, or I'm going to let it go. That's fine. in my experience, that just kind of rears its ugly head up. I prefer to use anger. I'm going to just hit you. I am so done. Yep, this is it. This is the slipper. Let's see what I break now. Sure. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I threw it at you. Yes, I did. He's quite speechless. Wow. Yeah, that's right. You can see his face. Okay, there you go. That's right. We established dominance. That throw. You missed him by like this much, believe me. It was no. What else? Right. Yeah, cleanse it. Absolutely. Or just take some incense and just run it through some incense smoke. Anyway, the point is this: anger can be rocket fuel. You're never gonna start a revolution with everyone just being ambivalent. It's never gonna make a change occur. Real change requires, anger. Real change requires motivation. Ain't nothing like a little hatred to motivate your ass, let me tell you. And oh my gosh. No, no girlfriends. No, and no, not with birds. Oh, that gets ugly fast. Actually, when you put a male and a female bird together, usually they go oh, Aaron, the Aries, I'm preaching to the choir. But yeah, when you put birds together, you pair them up, they almost go wild. They completely lose any interest in human interaction, and they're almost feral. Yep, but you shouldn't be angry. And that's what I was trying to say, Nicole. The idea that you shouldn't be angry, and that's where I tend to not. And then also there's this victim mentality, and it does go hand in glove. I've been very critical of the whole empath, super empath. I'm an empath. I can't, I feel, well, stop it. Who told you that it was okay to do that? Who told you that you should be feeling everyone's emotions? Who told you that was a good idea? And who told you that you couldn't stop doing that? Because you can't. You can control it like anything else. Get that in check. Empathy is a wonderful thing. It's what keeps you from hurting people. Because we think, oh my God, I would hate if someone did that to me. I would hate if someone talked to me like that. So you don't do it. You know, people sometimes ask me about my posts on Facebook, and they're like, "Why do you leave up these?" Because people go at it, and every now and then, and I did it. I took a post down. Some topics are just too incendiary, and people just lose their shit. But I will leave it up because it illustrates. It illustrates what it means by bad behavior when someone on the racism or domestic abuse and someone's saying, oh no, this is, or police abuse or whatever it could be. It's like, no, here's people actually giving examples. Let's have a dialogue, but here, this person's saying absolutely this happened to them. In the case of abortion, which was the topic today, that just was not good. Orlando, begging you to stop, dude. People had some real things to say, and unfortunately, other people just got angry. It was absolutely counterproductive because there was no direction to it. And that's, I guess that's it. If you're not going to direct anger and use it, then yeah, you may as well just. That's right. Okay. Now you're done. It's not even really done. Kathy. Yeah, I understand. So that was not anyone's finest hour, was it? Whole thing came down. But this idea of a victim mentality, which unfortunately in our society seems to be rewarded, like you're the better person. You're the better person for not being angry. You're the better. I'm going to let it go. I'm just going to, well, I'm going to lose my mind. Okay. Hey, come on, buddy. Yeah, come on. What's gotten into you tonight? Come on. This is ridiculous. I'm so sorry. Here, I got a great connection. description on both YouTube and Facebook, and a screaming bird. All right. I do want to start throwing cards. It was an endless day of readings and painful, difficult readings, honestly. Just really tough for the most part. Not all of them, but more than I liked. They weren't easy little readings. Plus, I had privates before and after work, so yes. A lot of stuff happening at work, a lot of people being fired again. A lot of people on the fence about leaving situations, relationships, a lot of relationships ending, people abruptly ending things. I think that, and then there's that issue of there was no warning kind of thing. So just be careful. Watch June 5th. If you're on Facebook, please check out the articles I wrote or that I left there. The comments and the article about June 5th, and it describes in much better detail. I really can't take this. This is just awful. Orlando, come here. Buddy, come here. Hey. No, come here. What's gotten into you tonight? Come here. Unbelievable. You guys know he doesn't usually do this. He's just lost his mind. Dude, come here. Orlando. Just going in and out of the cage and screaming. And he does have food, he does have water, he has everything he needs. Wow. Okay. All right, well, given this whole Uranus influence, which is really kind of forcing us to change, frankly, I decided to do a spread, a 5-card spread on guidance for change. I did, again, in the comments, show the spread, posted up a picture of it, but it basically is 5 cards. Let's see if I can put this so you guys can see it. Okay, 5 cards, right? 5 cards. For you guys on Facebook, just go in the comments. It's right there. Okay, so the first card in the middle is action to take during the transition. The second card below, where to find support. The third card, up, advice from higher guidance. The fourth card to the left, what you need to let go of. And the fifth card, what you gain. All right? 5 cards. Actually, it makes a cross. Goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Almost Catholic in nature, huh? Yeah. No, I just gave him treats, Rosemary. When I got up, I put some treats in his thing. He's I don't know what's wrong with him. Somebody new was in the house. That will set him off. Doesn't take much. Doesn't take a lot with him. You can move furniture and he'll lose his mind. Birds really are like toddlers. They're as smart as a 5-year-old. These parrots, and they just, my God, he's really just hopping back and forth and losing his mind. Yogurt dipped treats he likes. And for those of you guys with dogs, there's a product that's a yogurt dip that they really love. God, my dogs love them. And he's got these popcorn balls that he loves, and then he got new parrot kibble. So, and then this parrot raw seed and oatmeal thing that I've got to cook up like oatmeal. So he's living large over there. Never mind all the other stuff he gets to eat on top of that. Pretty sure the coffee he drank a minute ago didn't help him at all. Unbelievable. All right. So I just shuffled up cards, and I'm going to throw for Aries. Okay, guidance for change. Okay, like I always say, if you read tarot, make note of the cards. I'll tell you what I've got here, and throw your own cards at home, same cards, and see what you come up with. How do you interpret the cards? The first card, action to take during this transition, and we're going to say this transition is going to last through most of 2021. So we got Uranus really the planet of chaotic change, basically. Usually painful. Aries, the Hermit reversed. Keep away from people, Aries. That's an action to take during the transition. Okay, Aries is done. Now, yeah, the Hermit reversed. Just isolate yourselves, Aries. You're dangerous. You know that. Okay. Where to find support? Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords. Your weaponry is your support. I'm really tired, so I'm just, yeah, okay. Actually, where to find support is in your words. Okay, swords are air. Air is communication. So um, communicate. Advice from your higher guidance. I'm afraid to even look at these cards. First. Okay. What you need to let go of. King of Cups reversed. And what you will gain. Eight of Wands. How do I read these cards? Well, advice from higher guidance, strength reversed. What you need to let go of. King of Cups reversed. And what you gain, Eight of Wands, which is focus on your career. So basically, how I'm reading this. My Erin's laughing. She just said that. Go isolate with your swords. China will be doing the same with all like 900 swords, literally crazy amount of swords. The way I read this, okay, Strength reversed, King of Cups reversed, is to let go of the idea that it's weak to not engage. Okay, that's really how I read this. Strength reversed, what you need to let go of, advice from higher guidance, King of Cups reversed. But redirect all that energy. We talk about anger as a catalyst, anger as rocket fuel, anger is into your career. Eight of Wands, and the Wands are not just career, but the Wands is also creativity. So take all of that and push it in this direction. Okay, you can't always change people. You can change your own direction, and in this case, channel it creatively. Right? That's what I'm seeing for Aries. All right, Taurus. Excuse me, dying of thirst. Hey, Greta. Okay, we're on Taurus, and we're looking at guidance for change. 5-card spread. So, first card for Taurus, action to take during the transition, 8 of Coins reversed. Take a break from work. Where to find support? Hangman reversed. I gotta think about that for a second. Advice from your higher guidance, Ace of Coins. Take a break from work, and yet, okay, hold on. What you need to let go of, the Knight of Cups, and what you will gain, the Magician reversed. All right, I gotta look at this. Hold on. Pulling this together as a directive. The Hangman reverse is wasted time, not focusing on work, doing things that may feel like a waste of time. Well, in Taurus language, that's anything to make money or is productive, because that's what Taurus does, it's security and money. Taurus, like the other two earth signs, Capricorn and Virgo, can very often have a very hard time relaxing and just having a hobby, relaxing and just doing something recreational. Okay? Not all. Okay? Hey, Sean. You're coloring books. Okay. All right, so this idea of not focusing so hard on work, doing something that might feel like a waste of time. And and I'm going to say, and I just was reading like this, changing your focus, hyper focus, unplugging for a week and not paying attention, doing something different, fresh energy and fresh ideas and ingenuity, and for Taurus that would relate to new ways of making money, probably off of the very thing that was wasting time. What you need to let go of, the Knight of Cups. What you gain, Magician reversed. Well, I want to say what you need to let go of. Knight of Cups. Over emotionalizing. Knight of Cups brings in, I'm going to say also, letting go on the idea that you have to love something to do it well. That's a tough lesson to learn, that you don't have to love something to do it well. And what you gain, Magician reverse. I want to say mastery over something that you weren't, that again, that might have not felt like it was worth your time to master, or something that, I want to word this right now, and I'm not doing that. But one thing is realizing sometimes you don't have to have a degree or huge training to do something well. Some people are naturally gifted at certain things, and for Taurus, it really does read like that. Like unplug, relax, waste some time, and honestly, it's like a creative spark. There was an episode of Big Bang Theory where Sheldon was working on a problem, and he took a job as a waiter at the Cheesecake Factory just to do something very different, very mundane. That's what I'm talking about here. How about that? That's the energy of this reading for Taurus. And in doing that, finding a new skill set you didn't think you had, finding a new talent, the realization you have to love something to do it well. All right? And that's just, again, a general guidance for getting through this energy, this Uranus energy that's actually demanding things. Okay? Gemini. When I do these, and I always think to myself that it's going to make it easier, it's actually easier for me to freehand it than it is to try and do it this way. But I also get bored and I get sick of doing the same thing over and over. Yeah, Nicola, that sounds right. Okay. Gemini. Action. Three of Cups. Nice. Okay. Okay, the people you care about, actually. The Three of Cups is a celebration card, really. That is that, like, go around the bonfire, having some fun, getting out there. Gemini is one of those signs who is usually, not as the chart, but usually very gregarious, like Sag, like Aquarius. This lockdown, not that easy on them for the most part. So get out there now that you can travel, now that you can get out there, okay? Carefully get out there. Where to find support? Nine of Cups. Really, anywhere you want to find it, it's all around you. Advice from your higher guidance. The Ace of Wands. All about partnership. All about getting close to people. What you need to let go of is the Ten of Wands reversed. Let's flip up the camel's back. What you gain from that, the Nine of Wands reversed. Well, the Nine of Wands reversed usually is a card of lack of confidence. Oops, wow, that wasn't good at all, was it? Sorry, guys. And letting go, start with the camel's back, usually career related. Again, Nine of Wands, career related. Basically lighten up, celebrate, go with people, have some fun, step out, socialize. Looks like work, start with camel's back, looks like work has been a drain, has been a frustration. Ready to, like I said, I'm ready to fire myself today, just so I could go. You're fired. Okay, I'm leaving. Talk about, oh, come on, schizophrenia, huh? And this idea of work of getting the self-confidence, getting the confidence, knowing you can do something different, knowing you can do something that you didn't think you were ready to do, getting around people, getting the encouragement. Again, Gemini is a gregarious sign. It needs that sort of validation because most Geminis are very confident, very intelligent sign. It rules primary education and technology. But, one of those signs that the group think is good for. Again, Sag, Aquarius, they do really good in the group think, the think tank, So really, I'm looking at that for Gemini here. How to deal with this change? By getting out, being part of groups, committees, friendships, whether it's formal, informal settings, committee work, but do it as a group and then move forward. Use that as your fuel to move forward. All right. Make it a little easier as I go along here. Oh, Cancer. Cancer. Action to take during the transition. Hello, Michael. Okay. Action to take during the transition, the 7 of Coins reversed. Okay, it's about focusing on how to make money, basically. New ways to make money. Where to find support? Judgment reversed. At home. Your support's at home. Your support's within. At home, close. It's not. You're not going to find support. Good command of the English language that I have here. It's not in the exterior, it's interior. Advice from higher consciousness, higher guidance, 8 of Swords. All right. I don't like the 8 of Swords. It's mourning, it's sadness. Just look at the rest of the cards here. What you let go of, the 3 of Coins, what you gain, the Tower. All right. That seems very, very in opposition or counterproductive, but let me just look at this for a second. It's funny, one of the reasons I learned to read quickly, one is doing fairs, but the other is doing radio. I used to do WICC periodically. And, on radio, you can't be quiet. You have to keep talking. Even while you're processing and thinking of how the cards are laying, you've got to keep talking because it's just dead air space. At least here you can look at me, but look at you, right? But on the radio, you just keep talking, even as you're trying to process and put these cards together. Well, basically, if I was just going to do broad brush stroking of these cards, it would be you got to look within for help, find new ways of making money. It's all inside of you. You're not going to find it. No one's going to give you the information. It's you figure it out. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Stop with the suffering. The 8 of Swords reversed. Get up out of bed. Get going. I'm going to say the 3 of Coins is celebrating money, having a good time with money. You know what? Maybe it's not going to be fun. Just like the lesson was that you have to be good at something to love it, to be good at it. In this case, maybe it's not going to be fun. Maybe it's not. And the Tower is shaking shit up. The Tower is Uranus. It is that energy, chaotic change. And maybe that's what has to happen. Maybe you have to dig deep, stop feeling sorry for yourself, figure out how you're going to do it, and then go there. Go with that Aries energy. Go with that Scorpio energy. Take a lesson from those 2 signs and go in there and say, guess what? We're going to fuck shit up. And that's really what, just stop feeling sorry. Stop feeling bad about it. Stop complaining. And Cancer, I love you, but it is the sign that can be, like Libra, can be a little the passive aggressive sign. The big sighs, the big, what am I going to, hand wringing? No, stop that shit. Okay? Stop that shit. Get up. Put on your stomping boots and stomp. Just seriously, kick some ass. Okay? It's time. Stir up some trouble. Even while Aries is being directed, do just the opposite. Go hide away somewhere. Cancer, get out there. You're up. Just go in the ring and just start swinging. Okay? Get aggressive. That wasn't for you. Could you please stop? Hey, come on. You want to come up? Come on, you're trying. Come on. All right. Okay, no comments. Good. All right, Leo. Guidance for change for Leo. The first card up is the Emperor reversed. The Emperor reversed is often changing. Really? Stop. The Emperor reverse. The Emperor upright is business, is industry, is it's not quite the same as the Hierophant, but it's not that different. But it's reversed. It's changing business, changing the way you do business, changing your role within a business. Okay, it could be okay. Well, anyways, where to find support? The Hierophant. Ironically enough, the Hierophant. If it is in fact about changing your position within business, it is going to the proper channels of doing that. This isn't about thinking outside the box. This is in the box. This is working within structure to grow. It doesn't always have to be crazy. In this case, for Leo, it is about working within the structure that's afforded to you. Advice from your higher guidance: 5 of coins. All right, Leo. Leo, like Taurus, tends to like the finer things. Capricorn too, okay? But yeah, the bird is like a cicada right now, just screaming just to scream. He's doing loop-de-loops around just to keep you entertained. He's actually doing circles around his big perch. Leo, Taurus, Capricorn to some extent. Capricorn can't help themselves. They just are alcoholics by nature. But Taurus and Leo really like the fruits of their labor. They like nice things. Leo like shiny, fast, Taurus like solid, stand the test of time, but quality, And so I guess the advice is to let go of some of that. This might be about making a lateral to make an eventual, like taking a lateral move to move up. Okay, sometimes you almost got to take a step back, step forward, or take on more work without worrying about how much more you're making. This is about building a resume. This is about building it within business. Again, within the constructs. What you let go of? 6 of coins. Yeah, again, the idea that you got to get paid for this. I'm not advising working for free, but what I'm saying is you may take something on extra to prove that you can do it, as a way of showing that you're a team player. Again, working within the constructs of industry. What you gain from that? Death reverse. You're making a change, a big change. And often this is, in a good company, this is how you get promoted. This is how you get the big promotions. By stepping in during a crisis. By stepping in without being asked. This person was out, so I took the work on, or I made sure that got done. You just took it upon yourself to do it. That's what I'm talking about. So for Leo here, this idea of how to handle the transition. So looking at how you're going to grow. How do you grow in your industry? How do you change and make that next step up? That big step up. That's more than just that 3%, yearly increase, but take you to the next level. And I'm going to say you're going to work You're going to work within the confines of the industry you're in. All right. But it could mean that you take on extra work, take on an extra challenge, take it upon yourself to. I'm going to just murder you. Really, I am. Could you stop now? That makes. I hope that made sense for Leo. Okay. Truly stop. Okay. Virgo. Okay. He's really, really pushing me today. Hey. Hey. All right. Virgo. Action to take during the transition. The Ace of Cups. All right. Where to find support? Page of Swords. Advice from higher guidance. Page of Coins. What you need to let go of? The Three of Wands. What you will gain? The Two of Cups. Man, this is Virgo being told to focus on partnership, romance, and love. I am so not in the mood for this shit. I really am not. I'm going to cover his cage. How's that? Hang on 1 second, guys. I'm so sorry. You know what? You're a dick. Stop. Now. Now. You understand me? Right now. Come. There's no reason, boys. In hindsight, covering this cage could make it a lot worse. Believe it or not, that could get a lot worse. And he's banging the crap out of his triangle. You know what? You should see this. I can't even. I'm so afraid of losing the connection that I want to touch the cameras, but I wish you could see him lose his mind. Having an absolute tantrum. Wow. They are like toddlers. It's no joke. Okay? I'm not hurting my bird, Rita. I promise. If it's, oh my God, I would never hurt the bird. Trust me. Okay. Virgo. Let's go. Ace of Cups. Love. Focus on love, romance, or relationship. That's what Virgo's being told to do. Where to find support? Page of Swords. You know what? Page of Swords. Swords is air. Air is communication. Maybe some online dating. Maybe it's time to reach out, talk, ask people. Do you know anybody? This is the time. Communicate. But if you haven't tried online dating, maybe this is time to do it. But it is time to focus on romance during this very unusual energy. Advice from your higher guidance? The page of coins. And maybe that means you do spend some money, that you actually do. Maybe you get a haircut, get new clothes. Maybe it means that you do spend the money and you get on Match, or you get on one of these that are a little more expensive, a dating site. I've never online dated, I have to tell you, but I've talked to a lot of people and they met their spouses there. There've been some really great matches that I've met personally, and that's how they met. But it's about spending money. It's about time to get out there and get out there, basically. What you need to let go of. Three of Wands reversed. Stop thinking about it. Don't research. Don't, just have fun. Just do it. I'm going to say one thing though, before you go on a date with somebody, before you actually meet them, run a police check. Go on, research that. Okay, before you go and meet somebody. And a lot of people I know do this, just one of those people finder or what. Just make sure there's no outstanding warrants. Love is not overrated, Sean. Be quiet. Just be quiet. Um, Make sure they are who they say they are. Make sure there's no warrants out for their arrest. Make sure that they don't have felonies against them. All of that good stuff. Make sure they're not married. That's huge. And you can find that out in like that quick. For $12, make that investment. Again, spend that money, like I said, just but do that part of it. Do due diligence, and what you gain is the Two of Cups, a real chance at a real lasting relationship. I love the Two of Cups. It's a friendship that grows into romance. Romance comes out of friendship. You know what? This is Virgo. During this second half of the year, make love and make romance your priority. The way you usually make self improvement. It's part of self improvement. Look at it that way. Putting your best self forward. And yeah, okay, that's what you're being told to do, or that's what these cards are indicating. Partnership and relationship. All right, Libra. Okay. Okay, for Libra, action to take during the transition. Queen of Wands reversed. That's workaholic energy. That is focus on work. Just the opposite of Virgo. Where to find your support? Temperance. Advice from higher guides. Ten of Coins reversed. What you let go of? The World reversed. What you gain? The Devil. Okay. How would I put that together? Well, action to take during the transition. Queen of Wands reversed. Focus on work, focus on creativity, blinders on, focus on that, okay? Where you find support, Temperance. This is all about putting things back in perspective. Libra, if you haven't been focusing on work, if work has, it's time. It really is about getting rid of any of the interruptions and anything that is misdirecting, anything that behavior that's addictive, or anything counterproductive is counterproductive. Anything that's an obstacle to getting what you need needs to go. Focus, okay? And balance. Higher guidance, Ten of Coins reversed. Well, that suggests that either your living arrangements need to be spruced up, you need to invest in where you live, or you need to move. Okay? But it could be environmental as well, and changing the environment. And okay, I'm gonna say that, change the environment, because I'm looking at these other cards here. What you need to let go of, the World reversed. Oh, the World reversed is tough. It's world upside down. It's big news. The fear of changing, the fear of change. Okay, the fear of making your life very different, and what you gain, the Devil. The Devil is toxic behavior, addictions, things that are bad for you. It's almost like a warning. You know how I talked about Cancer? It's all inside of you, like everything. Don't look to the external. It's internal. Libra, it's just the opposite. I think. Okay, I gotta stop this. I'm sorry. I look at comments and I get totally lost. I think with Libra, it's the opposite. Libra's gonna look from the exterior. Look, and focus on work. Absolutely, focus on working on yourself. Focus on work. Period. Okay. Don't be distracted. And I want to say that the things that are taking away your motivation, the things that are the things in your environment. Okay? The idea of changing your environment, the idea of losing addictions, because I'm looking at temperance here. This idea of where the support is, your support for Libra is finding the middle ground. Libras struggle with middle ground. They like the middle ground. They don't like confrontation. But scales are up and down all the time. Libra has a struggle. Of all the signs, I have to say Libra, who I love. I've got some great friends who are Librans. But if any of the 12 signs was apt to self-medicate, it's Libra. Because Libras will just work things over, get exhausted, and find like, oh, give me the sleeping pill. Give me a glass of wine. Just to make it stop, you know. Because they crave that. They crave just. It's why Libra and Taurus get along so well, and they make such great partners usually, because they both really love a nice, serene home, and they put a high priority on serenity in the home and the environment. So what I'm saying to Libra is it's your environment that's jacking you up here, okay? And it's your environment that needs to change. You focus on what works for you. Focus on what you need to focus, basically. Stop being so afraid of things changing your whole world, because it looks like it needs to change. It looks like you need to move, need to change your environment altogether. You may need to just remove yourself from that, and it may be. The devil may just indicate that. Remove yourself, remove yourself from the equation. Okay? All right, Scorpio. Scorpio. Okay. Well, Scorpio, the action to take during this transition, the Lovers. Where to find support, Three of Swords. Advice from your higher guidance, the King of Wands. What you need to let go of, the Knight of Coins. What you gain, the Six of Cups reversed. Okay, looking at this, the Lovers, obviously. The Lovers is living in a state of love, loving what you do, loving where you live, loving who you're with, loving what you do, loving yourself. Okay, self-love. Where to find support, the Three of Swords. Well, we talked about using anger, and we talked about using rage and as rocket fuel. The other thing that you can use is sorrow. Betrayal, heartbreak. That too can be used. And I'm saying, and then that's what they're saying. Usually, your heartbreak is what you're gonna work off of. That's your catapult. Okay. Your higher guidance, King of Wands. Advice from the higher guidance, the King of Wands. King of Wands, Wands is fire. It's moving forward, and it is that rocket fuel. And they're saying move past it, just keep on going, just plow through. My favorite quote, and I collect quotes. My favorite quote in the world is Winston Churchill's: "If you're going through hell, keep going." That's the broad brushstroke here for Scorpio. Just keep going, right? What you need to let go of, the Knight of Coins, and what you gain is the Six of Cups reversed. The idea of moving forward, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to move forward by burying yourself in work. Other signs like Libra, focus on what you need to do. In this case, Scorpio is being told focus, okay, on creativity, focus on action, movement, moving through it. Knight of Cups coins, what you let go of, you may take a vacation, even an unpaid vacation. Maybe time to take a weekend off and unplug. Like a 4-day weekend. Take a Friday and Monday. Take that long weekend. Hi, Leslie. Okay. Um, what you gain, the Six of Cups reversed. You know that the Six of Cups reversed is almost like there's no place like home. You know, the idea of I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna get out of here, and it's just the opposite. You know, you know what? At the end of the day, this is my refuge. When you surround yourself with things you love, and you live in a place of love, and you clear out that stuck, stale, sad energy by working through it. At the end of the day, you know, coming home is where it's going to be your refuge. Coming home is going to feel like coming home. All right? But I can tell you, in this case, Scorpio is coming off of some pretty bad heartbreak, some pretty awful, intense heartbreak. And sadly, you got to use that heartbreak to heal yourself. And for an artist, whether you're a writer, music, or you create art, you paint, you know, it is your pain that you channel. Okay. You're welcome, Penny. Okay, channeling your pain, transcending your pain, which is a very Scorpio thing. All right, Sagittarius. Action to take during this transition, the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is celebrating home. Unlike Gemini, it's encouraged to take off. Sag said, find it at home. Where to find support? Five of Wands. Advice from your higher guidance? Queen of Coins. What you need to let go of? Page of Wands. What you gain? The Two of Swords reversed. How do I put this together? Well, oh my goodness, I'm sorry. Got a bad habit of moving everything around. Okay, so action to take during is home. Finding joy at home, finding celebration at home, happiness in the home. Okay? Where to find support? Five of Wands. Either someone's been telling you the same thing over and over and over again, you've been getting the same messages over and over and over again. It's time to stop and listen. Okay? Stop repeating yourself. Stop. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. Okay. Well, then just fucking do it already. You know, I'm gonna start a diet. I'm gonna fix that house. Then do it. Do it. Stop talking about it and do it. All right. Advice from your higher guidance, the Queen of Coins. Well, Queen of Coins is all about abundance, but it's about security and abundance. It's that female Taurus energy. It's I'm making sure everyone is fed. I'm making sure everything is pleasant in the home. I'm making sure there's lots of towels and anything about practicality. You know, I don't know if you grew up poor or not, but I was just thinking about this, growing up with holes in the towels, the really thin towels, and you know, really nice, fresh, new towels. What a treat. You know, and that's when I was just talking about this too. For me, knowing that I'm financially secure, because for so many years I know what it was like to have to count everything you put in the grocery cart, every can, you're basically adding in your mind or on your calculator there, making sure you got enough money to pay for the groceries, putting stuff back at the end, you know. But things like that, that's the Queen of Coins, is the practical stuff that, you know, I can buy whatever I want at the grocery store. I've got everything I need in my fridge. I've got all the lunch meats. I can put 3 or 4 slices of meat on the sandwich. This is poor people stuff. This is what when you've been broke, you know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, and the towels. I was just thinking about the towels. And I was thinking about it because buying new towels nowadays, they wear out like so fast. Your holes are ripping. And I'm talking good towels that don't last. And my grandfather bought me this unicorn towel when I was 14. He was, I don't know where he was. I loved unicorns. He bought me this beach towel. I had that towel until I was like 35 years old. It never tore. It got thin, but it never tore, and it lasted. Now a towel, if it lasts a year without a hole or a rip, that's amazing. It starts fraying at the ends. And I'm talking about, no one's like chewing on the towels. It's just, hi, or Ada. Okay. So you know what I'm talking about. I want to get back to Sagittarius. I'm really getting off here, but that Queen of Coins advice from higher count is, again, focus on comfort within the home. Okay. What do you let go of? Page of Wands. Page of Wands is again that adventurous spirit, that creativity. What you gain is the answer to a difficult question. That Two of Swords reversed, choosing rock or hard place. Knowing how you make that choice. Now, Page of Wands, letting go of. I always think of that in that context of trying to find the lesson in everything, trying to find the moral, trying to find the. Sometimes there's not. Sometimes it's just a coincidence. Sometimes there is no higher lesson. Sometimes it's just shut up and do it. Sometimes it's just get along, don't ask. I'll tell you later. I believe our divine father and mother, like we tell our kids, stop asking. Just do what I tell you. Stop questioning me. And that's kind of what I'm seeing here. It's like, focus on you. Don't worry about the other guy. Don't worry what someone else is doing. Focus on home. Focus on making home a safe place, happy place, contented place. Don't look outside of that. And focus on the constant, the noise, the stop that noise. Whatever keeps going on back and forth, stop it. Get off that hamster wheel. Whether you're arguing with yourself or it's in the home and the family and there's art, stop it. The Five of Wands is the same thing over and over and over. Pick something. That Two of Swords reversed. Pick something. Pick something so that stops. Okay? Sometimes it could be, I'm looking at these cards. Do we sell or do we fix up our house? Do we sell? Do we fix up our house? Okay, pick something. Are you going to fix up the house or sell it? And then do it. Okay? Oh, I'm sorry, Libra. Yeah, that was D. I'm sorry. That was, well, now we're on Capricorn. And again, I'm telling you the cards I'm pulling, guys, so you can I'm getting messages across even. Okay. Messages on top of messages. Literally. Who knows what I was going to say just now? I tell you the cards so that you can throw the cards at home, look at your own cards and see how you advice for your higher guidance. The King of Coins reversed. What you need to let go of. The Wheel of Fortune reversed. What you gain. The Sun reversed. Okay. Action to take during the transition, the King of Swords reversed. Now, normally, the King of Swords reversed is a bully, is someone who wants things their own way. And as long as we're talking about the idea of anger, as talking about the idea of, that you have to forgive everybody just because, it doesn't make you feel good, the idea of being selfish, the idea of saying, oh, I want things done my way, okay, let's look at the rest of the cards. Where to find support? Seven of Swords. This is interesting. But believe it or not, the negative things that people say, and that is the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is gossip. That's where you're going to find your support, your strength. That's where you're going to find your change. And I get this because for every time I was bullied, for every awful thing someone ever said to me, again, I turned that into rocket fuel. When I opened my shop 14 years ago, my landlord wouldn't give me a lease month to month. No one thought it was going to work. No one thought I was going to make it. No one thought that it should be invested in, but they wouldn't invest even in giving me a contract, a lease, right? 14 years later, I'm still here. You know, so the cards for you, Capricorn, are saying if people are talking, like almost give them something to talk about. Okay. Advice from your higher guidance, the King of Coins reversed. Man, I must say this 1,000 times. As a girl who left home at 14, if you're not paying my bills, you're not paying my rent, I don't care what you have to say. You know, you don't get to have a say. So if somebody isn't making your life easier, if someone isn't helping you, then their opinion doesn't really matter. You do what you got to do. And that doesn't mean you've got to be mean to people. It doesn't mean, but you can be focused and not give a shit what people say about you. What you let go of, Wheel of Fortune reversed. Well, that's just the fear of failure. That's the fear that you get stuck and not move forward. Let go of that. And Capricorn does live with that's a fear. That's like, yeah. That's like a saying to Libra, stop worrying that no one's going to like you, because Libra wants everyone to like them. I mean, that in general, you know. So for Capricorn to be stuck and have no way of moving forward, oh my God, you know, that is their tragedy. And you're saying, let go of that. What you gain, the Sun reversed. Now the Sun reversed can speak to failure, but it also can speak to conserving your energy. The Sun reversed is like when the sun is cloud cover. Uh, you know, the sun is actually you're more apt to get a sunburn when there's cloud cover, right? When you can't see the sun and there's clouds, that's when you get sunburn. There's something to be said for not shining your light, not illuminating everything, not letting everyone know every one of your plans. In some instances, it's almost like saying to a Capricorn, you gotta be like Scorpio. Mm-hmm. You know, like an Aries. You need to be a little more quiet, a little more sneakier. You know, I will, and yeah, as an 8th house Pisces, I do something that's I will ask a question that I already know the answer to. I want to hear you answer me. I already know the answer. Let's hear your answer. You know, let's hear if it's what, I do that. That's a very scorpionic thing. Of course, listening in at doors, you can get your feelings hurt real badly. But it does. What are people saying about you? Good or bad? Find out, and then use it to your benefit. Okay. Basically, for Capricorn, it just don't accept the status quo. It is just the opposite whole working within, like Leo working within the constraints of business. In this case, it's a little bit more like being a ninja, be a business ninja. Okay? So go into that shadow shit. Go into that darkness. Pick it apart. Use it. Use it to your benefit. Okay? Go there. Don't even see your whole hand of cards. Hide a few. Put a few up your sleeve. Be a little sneaky. All right? Strategize. All right, Aquarius. What to take during the transition? Action to take during the transition. The 5 of Swords. That's listening to professional advice. That's seeking professional advice. Be clear. Where to find support? 7 of Wands. Advice from your higher guidance? Chariot reversed. What you need to let go of? 6 of Wands. What you gain? The 4 of Coins. Okay. So, and of course, looking at Wands, Coins, Chariot, 5 stories. Okay, so the first thing is the action to take during this time of change is seek professional advice. So HR, um, 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 any kind of self-improvement. What do you call those places that help you find jobs? Um, not employment agencies. Okay, good. Barbara's comments. Hey, Nicoletta. Okay. Seek professional therapy. Okay. Seek professional advice. Listen to professional advice. Listen to people who are experts in the field. Get it from them. Okay. Don't listen to get professional advice, real advice. Where to find support? 7 of Wands. Education's your friend. 7 of Wands is educate yourself. Read, study, research. Just the opposite of Virgo, okay? Just don't do that, just instinctively. But in this case, no. Really research, okay? Know what you're talking about. Advice from higher guidance, chariot reverse, that's just slow it down. Slow it down. Slow it down, okay? What you let go of, again, that's 6 of Wands, that I got to keep moving. I got to keep doing. No. They're saying stop for a minute. They're saying stop. Before you make a mistake, stop. Chariot, stop. Don't. And research, ask for help, ask for real advice. And what you gain is 4 of Coins. The 4 of Coins is new ways of making money, new ways of doing things, making, and it's the kind of thing like before you sign up for school, before you start your new business, stop, research. How many times is that? I want to start a new business. Like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'm doing this. And I still do a business card. Oh, AmeriCorps. Thank you. That is a great resource. AmeriCorps. That's retired CEOs, retired people who really knew business, and now they give free advice. They give free. Look it up. Just look up AmeriCorps. They meet libraries, and now that we've got the mask mandate lifted, they'll be meeting again. Okay. Where was I going with Aquarius here? New ways of making money. A 4 of Coins. Gonna start a business. How many times sitting down with somebody? I'm starting a business. I've started my business. Score. Another one. Okay, thank you. That's the retired. That's SCORE. SCORE. That's the retired executives. Okay, 4 of Coins. I really got to get this out of my head now. Can I see your business card? Oh, I don't have one. Look, you started a business, you have a business card. Like, how do you expect to get into business if you're not going to hand someone a card with your name and number on it? Okay. I had one woman who was about to invest a huge amount of money to create an LLC for a very tiny business that was really an owner-occupied, sole proprietorship, which is a tiny percentage of the money and no extra reporting. I'm like, why are you doing an LLC? One of my relatives told me, what are you protecting? Do you own a home? What are you protecting? Do you have investments? No, you do a sole proprietorship. And she's like, oh, thank God I talked to you. Okay. But your Aunt Betty may have great advice for you and may love what you make or create, but may not know how to help a business up. If you want to do that, then talk to someone who actually has a business. Okay. Someone who has gone through the process. Talk to that person. Okay. The 4 of Coins. Find new ways to make money, and also saving money is making money. Money saved is money earned. And Aquarius. So just this idea of hold up before you invest, hold up before you move forward, educate yourself, talk to people, use this energy to make change happen, but make it intelligently and slow it down. You're all probably just gung ho to start on something, and they're just saying, whoa, stop, take a minute, rethink this a little bit. And Pisces. Did we really get through this whole thing and no disconnect on the internet? I'm so happy. So happy. College admissions office. Stacey, I gotta tell you something. I had a kid in college. My daughter graduated. I talk to kids all the time. They are useless. I don't know who they hired as guidance counselors in colleges, but they are some of the most useless people on the earth. For all the kids I talk to and all the people I talk to, I have never, they go to guidance counselors, and my daughter Daisy was another one. Useless. Awful. They shouldn't be getting paid for that shit. I don't know what really, and we're talking private colleges, expensive colleges, city colleges, don't freaking matter. Just ridiculous level of ineptitude. Okay, Pisces. Action take during this transition, the Knight of Swords reversed. Shut up. Basically. Knight of Swords reversed. Where to find support? The Knight of Wands. Okay, less talking, more doing. Advice from your higher guides. The Queen of Swords reversed. Ooh, that's the being bitchy card. What did we talk about? Go back a little bit. Like Capricorn, being a ninja, being more scorpionic, we're saying here, what you let go of, Four of Cups, what you gain, the Four of Swords reversed. How do I put that together? Well, I'm going to say for Pisces, it's letting go of everyone's got to like me. It really is. Let go of the idea everyone's got to like me. Stop talking. Focus on working. Focus on being creative. Stop worrying about everyone liking you. Again, what do you care if someone's not paying your rent, not paying your bills? Why do you care? God help me. How many times have I sat with people in readings and throwing cards like you're upset, you're sad, blah, blah, blah. Yes, and this awful person they work with, or these awful people, and there's a shower and no one invited me. Let me get this straight. You're upset, you're hurt because someone you don't like didn't invite you to be among other people that you don't like. So you could spend money, give a gift, and celebrate with people you don't like. Well, no, I don't. No, I don't. This to me is, and I never was this person, but the uncool kid just longing to be at the popular kid table, and if only they would notice me, and what do you fucking care what that table of people does? Why do those people matter to you? But then again, I'm going to say, why do you care what the Kardashians are wearing? Why do you care what someone else has? I've never understood that, but I've always liked myself throughout all of it. Bullied, too skinny, you're too this, you're too that, you big mouth. Yeah, well, I signed a modeling contract. That's what you do with that, okay? Oh, so ugly, it's awful. Never in a date, all through high school, all of that. Yeah? Well, suck it. I'm in New York now. Bye. Use it as rocket fuel. What do you care if they like you or not? And stop that. Worrying about people like you or not. I get so sick of hearing that from people. Stop worrying about being so nice. We'll take it right round robin what we started talking about before I started throwing cards. Don't worry about that, being nice. Some of the stupidest people I know are the nicest. Swear to God. Nice people, but just vapid. That's another word for that, too. Let go of all of that. What do you gain? Yeah, the Four of Swords reversed. Not being able to relax, not being able to just, you're right, you can't. You cannot pursue excellence. You cannot and relax. They don't go together. I can't sit there and tell you that I built a business in 14 years by relaxing and going with the flow and listening to public opinion. I would have never done any of this. It was bucking trends. It was doing things I was told weren't going to work. It was putting in 14 hours, 16 hours, and still doing it, still talking, still just, and it is hard. Of course it's hard, but that's how you do it. You just keep going, and don't worry what people are saying about you. don't think that people didn't talk about the weird woman with the witchy shop? Come on now, you know they did. I just didn't give a fuck, you know? And that's where that Queen of Swords reversed comes in. Sometimes you just gotta not give a fuck. If you believe in yourself and what you're doing, you don't need someone to tell you you're okay. But you do need someone to tell you how to do it legally or how to structure a business correctly. Okay? That's what you do need. You do need that kind of advice. But you don't need judgment. And that is kind of what set me off in my newsletter, about this whole we'll go there right now really quick. My newsletter in May was about scamming psychics and what I call intuitive extortionists. And I had a young woman that I read, and I just think the world of her. She's very, very sweet. She came from a very horrifically abusive childhood. I don't want to talk about that in case she hears this. I don't want anyone to feel bad, but you would feel bad. It would make you feel bad if you knew her story. And on someone's advice, she went to see a healer, shamanic healer. Nobody that I work with, no one that I've ever, but now I know the person's name because I was collecting names all month. I got her name too. It's a really fancy page on Facebook and a really fancy website. And basically, slut shamed her. Spent an hour, when she was working on her, and it was basically making her feel bad about herself. Really made her feel bad about herself because she wasn't able to help her. She said, "Well, I don't want you." She said, "I'll pay you," because she's that person. She's like, "I've never asked anyone for help without offering, let me pay you what you." And she goes, "No, no, 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 this wasn't a healing session like the way no, that wasn't a healing session. It was a slut shaming, like make me feel bad about your choices session." And then called her the next day to say, "Change my mind. Yes, I want you to pay me." Like, lack of professionalism, anybody? And I had a point to that too. There's a point to me telling you that story that I just lost my anger again as a catalyst. That story pissed me off. And so, where was I going with it? Said you have people who say they're professionals and they're not. That was part of it. Where was I going with that story? The newsletter. Being exposed. Not sure. That was one of the 3 stories that really prompted me and made me write that newsletter I wrote this month. It was horrible, Stacy. It was really, really awful. Oh, Nicoletta, funny you say that. Another reading, someone had and actually referenced my name and said something. Running a business correctly. Yeah. I'm not sure where I was going with that, honestly. There was something, but man, are you done? You done with that nonsense? What was that all about? No. What was it all about? Don't ignore me. Why were you like that? What set you off? Isabel? What set you off? You could. Wow. Really? What? This is the parrot equivalent of the cat showing you its butthole and putting it in your face. That's what this is aggressive grooming. He'd be flipping me the bird right now, literally, if he could be. If he had fingers. What? Orlando. What? Listen to me. Hey, hey, hey. What? What was that all about? Why are you so angry? Why so angry? What? Huh? What are you thinking? What are you doing that for? You know why you were angry? Making a lot of noise. Anything? No? Oh well. Just being you, huh? Just being you. You were full of it there. Yeah. Okay. He's over it now. Like a toddler that had like a horrible screaming, ranting, crying, and then came out of it. Well, that's here. Okay. Well, anyways, thank you, Anne. Thank you. We're just kind of rambling. I have no idea where I was going with that story. Man, that pissed me off. But again, using all that as rocket fuel, I guess, is what I really want to end with. The idea of yeah, taking that and just think about it. Spend some time. It's Memorial Day weekend. When we think about sacrifice, ultimate sacrifice, people who give so much, and there's a lot of posts along like make them proud of us. What would they think that they died for this country and what we're doing to our country? Huh? I'm one of those people who's very critical of our government. Love my country, not leaving my country. I'll fight and die for this country, but deeply critical of this government, this weak government we have, and people who are okay. So I guess you gather I don't like weakness. I'm not. No, I don't. Don't. I don't like victim mentality, and you'll get it done, get it fixed, take care of it. Don't for somebody else to take care of it for you. You know what I'm talking about, Orlando, right? Right? That's what you do, right? Right. Okay. So think about that this weekend. What's been sacrificed? What has to die in order to grow? What has to be given up? Sometimes you do have to sacrifice stuff. I've sacrificed so many of my kids' sporting events, so many games I never got to on the weekends because I worked every single weekend. My kids sacrificed vacations because they played their sports. When they said, well, Mom, why do we never take a vacation? Because you always had an event. There was somebody who had practice, someone who had, you guys went year round, all of you in your sports. So think about that. We're told this whole the secret mentality, which again, I also hate that too. But if you just manifest it, if you think about it, there's nothing you can't have, nothing you can't do. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Something has to give. Hi, Faith. Hi, Che. Anyways, reflect this weekend on that. How you want your life to go. How you want to grow, how you want to move. What's that going to take to do it? I know. Yeah. Okay. All right. Everyone, have a good weekend. Stay safe. Stay safe. Okay. It's heating up out there. Behave yourselves, and I will see you next week. Okay. Bye.